Boom. Hey, internets. Really good question from you, Gert. I hope I didn't murder your name, but he had a question based on one of the other videos that I dropped. So whenever you guys drop comments below, I read them all. But he said, "Can you make a video about 3 key moments in the progress of starting in your earliest days?" Okay, so since everybody here is typically a brand, that you guys are launching a brand, let me mix it up between that and all my people who are trying to have a career in fashion. I would say that one big moment, because if you're not familiar with the backstory of education and where I started, I sat my parents down when I was 18 and I told them that I'm going to drop out of college and that I was going to become an apparel designer. Now, I'm Filipino, Filipino American, so Filipinos want you to be like an engineer or a nurse, something really stable. We're really good at the medical industry as a people. We're good at a lot of things, but career-wise, they want you to do something like that. And so being an apparel designer, and there's actually a lot of Filipinos that work in fashion. My folks weren't too thrilled about it, but I was very convincing like that this is what I was going to do and it was going to be my career. So the first moment that I say was like a big progress moment was when I got hired at Osiris Skate Shoes in 1999. And I had been hustling a little t-shirt line for a couple of years. So that helped me learn my programs and got me to the point where I could get my first salary job. It was a very low paying salary job, but I believe I was 20 or 21. I was right around 21 when I got hired there, and it was my first salary job, and the business card said apparel designer on it. So that was a big moment for me. A second big moment for me was from that small collection that I did. I remember being out and about somewhere. I don't know if we were at a concert or something like that, and someone was wearing a jacket that I designed from the brand that I was working at the time. And it was kind of a quiet moment. I mean, I think someone was with me and I was like, "Yo, I designed that jacket that dude is wearing right there." And I don't know him. I have no affiliation. And I just kind of went up to him and said, "Hey, that's a cool jacket. Where did you buy it?" So I was just curious how the transaction takes place. A little bit on this, a little sidetrack on this a little bit, but I always talk about when you're designing the garment, you want it to be so that when it hangs on the shop or people see it on your Shopify, the image when they're browsing online, I mean, you want it to be so they imagine themselves wearing the piece, and that they say, if they're physically shopping, "Man, I can't leave without this jacket or this pant or this knit," like whatever it is. So, anyways, the second big moment was seeing a stranger wear a piece that I designed. So several different times it's happened, or I'll see it hanging in retail, something that I designed that was once a tech pack or just a sketch on my computer. So that is another big moment. A third big moment for me, this is going to go more towards career and a little bit away from you brand owners, but when I launched my brand and it failed, I wasn't sure what I was going to do next. So having the flexibility to take my skills and move it on was not part of the plan, but is what happened. So when I was the creative director at Arisu, when I was dubbed the creative director, I'd never thought that I was going to act as leadership for another brand, but it actually played really well into a lot of the skill sets I was able to develop. Could I run a brand right now? Yeah. But ironically, that was my whole dream growing up, which is a lot of your guys' dream, which is why you're watching my channel. But now my dream has changed, and so could I run a brand? Obviously, I'm giving you guys advice on how to run a fashion brand. But that's no longer my dream. I really want to help people on this platform and really be a mentor and really be a teacher and help the foundation of at least 3 or 4 big multi-million-dollar brands. That's the big goal right now. It might change in the future. A lot is going on as I'm able to kind of dabble in the influencer side of things. But yeah, the third thing is getting hired as a creative director and really feeling good about my leadership skills developing. So just so you know, so many people from that camp have gone on to doing other things. I don't want to get specific, but a lot of my interns and the people that I hired at the time when I was a creative director at Arisu have gone on to work for continues to work at Stussy, brands like Young and Reckless, brands like Lyra, brands like Under Armour, and we all still keep more or less a tight bond, but I always have a point of pride of providing leadership for a pretty decent sized art department, and creating more revenue for the company. And I know I would have done millions for the company had it not been shut down by Karmaloop, our bigger company. In any case, those are 3 progressive moments in like my career that really helped me. So thanks for asking, guys. There's a little less on this one for advice, but those are meaningful moments in the past, and I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm going to have in the future. So if you guys have any other questions, you could drop it all down below. We could talk about anything and start that conversation. You could also email me at hi@johnphenom.com. Follow me on social media at John Phenom when you get a chance. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.